Hi there and welcome to Apple World. So the federal authorities just formally connected Ellen DeGeneres to Diddy's criminal operations also. There are new cases that she supposedly functioned as Diddy's fixer. Ellen has a long history with Diddy on the grounds that they go way back, and for the longest time, everybody believed that they were just industry companions, and that's it anyway. Fans began to see how rapidly Ellen moved away from Diddy after his legitimate difficulties began. What's more, she abruptly began to behave like she never at any point met Diddy anyway. It turns out that her unexpected amnesia made the FED dubious, and they did some diving into her, which uncovered her obscure connections to Diddy, and how she supposedly assisted him with concealing some grim violations. Well, it seems like the part's over for Ellen on the grounds that the federal authorities are on her as well, and they are coming later. Her heart, it appears as though everybody is made up for lost time in the new tornado of Diddy's theatrics and press. Recently, Ellen's name has likewise come up. We should pause for a minute to talk about Ellen's association with Diddy, which in reality returns very much far. Diddy has showed up on Ellen's show various times, and he's forever been the one to broaden solicitations her way now. Who could disregard when Ellen straightforwardly asked him about his welcome to his birthday celebration? Diddy demanded that he had sent her in welcome, yet as indicated by him, she never appeared. Basically, that is his story. So in luck. Item me regarding your birthday celebration. Am I welcomed? Yes. You're certainly welcomed. I welcome you to every one of my gatherings. You simply haven't seen to appear at. No, there is it on the East Coast. Yes, that is the reason. How about you have one here on the West Coast? Because I work all the time. Perhaps I have one at your home. Where's it presently? What time would your party start? Suppose like 9:30. Actually, that early? Definitely, I could make that, no doubt. Here's the wind. Reports flowed that Ellen had, however, been going to Diddy's gatherings, not the ones you'd see on daytime television. In a meeting, Diddy alluded to an altogether different party scene that began later hours, and Ellen, she relaxed, behaving like she was in on a joke. Yet as we know, there's in many cases a particle of truth behind. And each giggle. Then came the viral paparazzi film that said tongues swaying. The paparazzi got Ellen off watch and squeezed her hard about the tales encompassing Diddy. To say she looked somewhat shaken would be a misrepresentation, and fans were left asking why Ellen appeared to be so stirred up by the simple notice of Diddy's name. The columnist then dropped a bomb, inquiring Ellen straightforwardly, assuming she was shocked by the claims against P. Diddy. This is at the point when things started to appear to be dubious. Ellen bungled her words, giving the idea that she was prepared to leave the discussion. Something didn't add up about the whole thing anyway. Talk recommended that Ellen had been going to Diddy's parties, however, not the sort that anybody else would be straightforwardly conceding to. In a past meeting, however, Diddy had made a kid about a mystery party that took place late night, and Ellen had in practically no time bounced savvy to what's going on. Think about you of beginning a path already at like 12 p.m. Like, what time will it go? Kill, that is a different sort of party. No, it'll go from like 9:30 to like perhaps 3:023:0, and afterward you realize we have the top to go to the lodging, mom, and afterward it will carry on there, no doubt. Then I mean the demonstration, the party. No, I am familiar with them. I'll pay attention to the music. I've heard that tune get together. However, strangely, there was this video of the paparazzi barbecuing Ellen about her fellowship with Diddy, and you all, when I let you know that Ellen was shook by the inquiries, she right away went into a frenzy, which was odd, since why, for heaven's sake, was she so terrified over the simple notice of Diddy's name? Ellen, were you amazed by the claims about P. Diddy? Did that shock you? About P. Diddy? He's been on your show. Ordinarily, have you been to as well? Fans have been putting their analyst abilities to the test, plunging profound into the association among Diddy and Ellen, and trust me, they're revealing a few genuinely succulent subtleties. It turns out these two have far more surprising than one could expect. While Ellen may not have confronted a similar degree of legitimate inconvenience as Diddy, she's no holy person. By the same token, recall when she was dubbed the meanest lady in Hollywood. There's certainly some sort of history. Well, Ellen's right here's got a rundown of contentions up to a CVS receipt. Throughout the long term, she's been hit for certain really difficult claims, from abusing her staff to murmurs of controlling way of behaving towards Porsche. It's been messy without a doubt. In any case, when the bits of gossip about Ellen's not really radiant attitude in the background began to surface, she got a cruel, rude awakening. Previous staff members occasion emerged to talk about it, uncovering a side of Ellen that didn't exactly match the well-disposed, upbeat persona she anticipated on television. However, the genuine stunner came in 2016 when Kathy Griffin spilled some significant tea in her diary. However, she didn't straightforwardly name Ellen. The signs were really self-evident. Short, light hair, and a standing for being great. Not exactly lovely. It didn't take a lot to come to an obvious conclusion. Their trivial few traces all the way back to 2007 when Ellen tossed conceal at Kathy during her speech, leaving a harsh desire for Kathy's mouth as individual jokesters. Kathy anticipated fortitude, yet she didn't get it from Ellen talking about her experience. Kathy said, "I'm clearly not her cup of tea, yet I believe she's extraordinary. I'm not a parody pretender. I'm revolting, yet I believe it's incredible. There's a perfect joke artists and props humorists and effective entertainers and observational humorists. I'm simply cheerful at the point when a female, particularly a female over 50, is still in the game." In another interview, she said, "I had referenced on your show that I wish that ladies would support each other more specifically. Really compelling ladies. I communicated that to her, and she was like, I try not to have anyone on my show I could do without." After Kathy approached, individuals couldn't quit discussing Ellen. Furthermore, what she was truly similar to behind the scenes, fans did some serious digging into her past, and we should simply say the things they revealed made her look even more regrettable. One of the greatest disclosures was how she treated Mariah Carey back in 2008. Ellen had Mariah on her show, yet things immediately took a turn. Ellen, being Ellen, couldn't avoid diving into some delicious reports about Mariah being pregnant. Be that as it may, rather than a relaxed, well-disposed discussion between celebs, it felt more like a cross-examination. And afterward, the other thing is that individuals are saying that you're pregnant. There's reports don't discuss. It deteriorated when Ellen gave Mariah a glass of champagne, driving Mariah to declare her pregnancy despite the fact that she needed to keep it confidential. Simply toast with champagne. They've been saying that since I can have some champagne. It's simply stuffing. You can't have champagne. That is not champagne because you, no doubt, need to taste it. I can't completely accept that you did this to me. Ellen, what are you attempting? I'm not going to inquire as to whether you're this Iser pressure. You see, Ellen is doing this as peer pressure. No, how about we toast to you not being pregnant in the event that you're not pregnant? Graceful, my goodness, I can't accept how we toast to that. What about to the future? You can for both of our fates who understand what they hold and who knows, okay. Go on, okay, cheers, roots, for it's too soon. Me? I just drank it after 3 p.m. No doubt you're pregnant, you're pregnant. You are pregnant, the pregnancy was high gamble and Mariah in the long run experienced a premature delivery 2 or after 3 months. She was constrained to report it, which is the reason she needed to keep her pregnancy hidden in the ahead of all comers. However, Mariah was extremely disturbed with Ellen's activities, and in a meeting, she said, "I was very awkward with that second, is all I can say, and I truly struggle with hooking with the consequence I wasn't Paul. Prepared to tell anybody since I had an unsuccessful labor, I would rather not toss anybody that is, as of now, been tossed under any acknowledged transport, yet I didn't partake in that second, and we can't disregard Wendy Williams, who's had her portion of meat with both Diddy and Ellen. Wendy and Diddy have consistently had pressure, and as per reports back when Wendy was working in radio, Diddy supposedly went beyond anyone's expectations to get her terminated since he wasn't excessively content with her. Ow, she was spilling tea on him and his obscure dealings, brother. Let me let you know something. I was there when he disposed of Wendy Williams. Did he definitely settle on a telephone decision? This is his statement verba, assuming that is on the radio broadcast when I get back in New York. The fact that I bargain makes York nobody with no one that I know is going to ever work with you all once more, damn ya. When we got off the play, Wendy was in Philly damn D, recollect that call. Man, no doubt I resembled you. That got some power, I didn't realize he had that much pad. Some power he had some. He has certain individuals in a few high places, however. That is not all, since reports moreover had it that Diddy was so frantic to maintain his mysteries covered that he purportedly quested a hit on Wendy. There was a radio character once upon a period, her name was Wendy Williams. And she was essentially scorched at the stake from discussing such and presently, it's everything end up back at ground zero. There were a large number of circumstances, none of which to discuss yet. There were numerous circumstances back in the day in my profession, and it's all approaching a round trip. However, that is not all either. Wendy had tea on Diddy's down low jokes back when it was a suck. Significant. Subscribe Apple World for more videos.